The race to become the first world trillionaire seems to be a tug-of-war between two gentlemen, two engineers, two futuristic minds, and most importantly, the two wealthiest people in the world, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. And the world can't wait to see who will emerge victoriously. Recently, Musk eclipsed the Amazon founder to become the world's richest man with a worth of $195 billion. And it never took too much time before the Amazon founder reclaimed his position. But who will win the race to trillionairehood? Please stick with us for the answer. Even as the coronavirus pandemic rages across the world's richest are estimated to grow their wealth in the coming years. According to a report, Amazon founder and CEO Jeff Bezos could potentially become the world's first trillionaire as early as 2026, at which point he will be age 62. On the other hand, Tesla's share price rose to more than $880 in January of 2021, making Elon Musk the world's richest man. With a net worth of $195 billion by then, he beat out Jeff Bezos by about $10 billion. But according to studies, Musk is going to get a whole lot richer. In fact, he could well be the world's first trillionaire if Tesla shares rise to 3 times the price they had earlier this year. So, who would you pick, Musk or Bezos? Or do we rely on the statistics? Despite losing an estimated $38 billion as part of his recent divorce, Bezos is still by far one of the world's richest men, and his net worth has grown by 34% on average over the last 5 years. If that price of annual growth continues, then Bezos' total net worth could top the $1 trillion mark before the end of 2026, at which point he'll be 62. However, the likelihood of Bezos actually continuing to grow his vast personal fortune at such an astounding pace is probably fairly slim. Amazon has fared much better than many other companies in recent months amid the pandemic and resulting economic crisis. For instance, Facebook's stock price is down slightly from the start of 2020, while Amazon is up roughly 25% since the beginning of the year 2020, as retail closures and stay-at-home orders have resulted in an uptick in online orders for the e-commerce giant. Because the bulk of Bezos' personal wealth is tied to his more than 50 million shares of Amazon stock, the company's booming business also continues to boost his personal fortune. But that's far from a guarantee that his net worth will continue to enjoy a 34% annual growth over the next several years. So, beyond retail business, what else is in the Bezos portfolio? His empire encompasses not just e-commerce, but also news organizations, robotic companies, and coupon sites. Oh, and ever heard of Google, Airbnb, or Uber? Bezos is an investor in those companies too. He has made acquisitions through a variety of vehicles. Amazon has made its own acquisitions, including the recent $13.7 billion deal for Whole Foods, as well as other companies such as online shoe retailer Zappos and video streaming site Twitch. Amazon has also made investments in smaller startups. In 2010 and 2011, the company heavily invested in coupon company Living Social, which was eventually acquired by Groupon in 2016. Whole Foods isn't Amazon's first foray into food. The company invested $100 million in grocery delivery service Home Grocer back in 1999. That company eventually folded during the dot-com bust. Then there's Bezos Expeditions, which manages Jeff Bezos' venture capital investments. Those investments have included Twitter, Workday, Business Insider, and Stack Overflow. Bezos also invests his money on a personal level. He was an angel investor in Google and invested $1 million in the company in 1998. He also invested $112 million in Airbnb and $37 million in Uber. And finally, there's Nash Holdings, a private company owned by Bezos, which bought the Washington Post in August of 2013 for $250 million. Oh, and don't forget that Bezos, like Tesla chief executive Elon Musk, has his sights on expanding his empire to space. Bezos is the founder of Blue Origin, a rocket company that could start offering trips for paying customers to space. Bezos said in some years he has personally invested up to $1 billion in the company. As Bezos expands his empire, he generally just keeps getting richer. With all that in his cup, the future is pretty much bright, and he could as well be the man to hit the trillion mark first. And how about Elon Musk? Does he stand a chance against the magnificent Bezos? Musk just passed Bill Gates in November 2020 to become the second richest person in the world. The Tesla CEO saw his personal wealth skyrocket in 2020 to the tune of more than $150 billion, in large part because Musk owns a lot of Tesla stock, about 20% of the company in fact. And Tesla stock has grown incredible value over the last year or so, as Musk pulled the company out of the so-called production hell and dramatically increased sales of its electric vehicles thanks to the more affordable Model 3 sedan and Model Y SUV. That coincided with an incredible rise of retail investors who were more than willing to fully buy into Tesla's story than many on Wall Street once were. And just like Bezos, Musk isn't banking on Tesla alone to take him to the summit of the world's wealthiest. At the age of just 49, the tech entrepreneur has launched a number of successful companies and is now worth a huge $175 billion. When considering the names of tech giants who have changed the world, names such as Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, and Steve Jobs might come to mind. However, recent advances have added Elon Musk to that list as well. To date, Musk has been involved in a range of investments, major online payment services, building and launching spacecraft, and trying to cover the world with solar panels, just to name a few. This is a man full of unexpected capabilities, so just what has Musk invested in? One of them is SpaceX. His biggest investment goes to SpaceX, the California-based rocket and spacecraft manufacturer founded by Musk himself in 2002. Musk started as a CEO, and he remains in that position today. The goal of SpaceX was, and still is, to revolutionize space technology. The company, which was started with $100 million from the sale of PayPal, is now worth over a colossal $60 billion. Musk still owns a controlling interest, which means his share is worth far more than the $100 million he originally invested. As of December 2017, SpaceX has successfully landed 19 rockets, which they plan to reuse on future missions. And let's not forget Musk's intention to take humans to Mars by 2024. His second biggest investment was towards Tesla, an American automaker, energy storage company, and solar panel manufacturer. It's widely assumed Musk was the founder of Tesla, but in fact, the company was founded by engineer Martin Eberhard and computer scientist Mark Tarpenning in July of 2003. Musk joined the board in 2004 after leading the company's series of fundings and became CEO in 2008. By the age of 32, he had invested $70 million into the company in a bid to develop, manufacture, and sell high-performance, fully electric vehicles and electric vehicle powertrain components. It's safe to say that Tesla is now easily the global leader in electric car technology. His third biggest investment went to Solar City. Musk provided the initial investment for Solar City, a solar energy company that was started by his cousins in 2006. The company has grown in the past 11 years to become the second largest solar power provider in the country. In 2014, Musk promised to build a bigger and more advanced production facility for the company in upstate New York, and as of 2016, Tesla officially acquired the solar startup for $2.6 billion. The eccentric billionaire is also an investor in Neuralink, The Boring Company, OpenAI, and Virgin Hyperloop, all futuristic investments. That being said, it's hard to choose who will rule the world in terms of financial might when talking about these two great gentlemen. Your guess should be as good as mine. Hard to tell. Only time will tell, and quite frankly, it's going to be an amazing race. For more of such information and entertaining content, subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for timely updates of new uploads. Goodbye.